shells. Look at, this is like 20 minutes of snorkeling around. Lightning works. I just want to talk about how amazing it is if you look between the cracks and crevices. Oh yeah, pour it in here. Look, you come down at night. Look at him there. He's inside there. See him? That's his little body.
Drawing a mushroom! Well, hello. I missed you all. It's been quite a long time. Granted, the last time you saw me, Chelsea was fixing my hat. And if you can't tell, I got a new hat. Jubilee wants to see too. I'm out with Nature Nay and Nantucket. Nantucket. Nature Nay's bringing up the rear. But last time I left you all, Chelsea was fixing up my hat. But you know what happened? I've transformed. I've changed a lot since then. Because y'all, I've been on a quest. And you know what that quest is? It's called becoming a Linenite. Check it out. I learned some things about nature. And one of them is, it's way better than fake stuff. Like civilization. You ever hear of civilization? Full of nightmares. Terrible sometimes. But don't worry. Yahuwah, the creator of the heavens and the earth, created plants that could clothe your skin. Like this beautiful linen. Amazing. It comes out of the flax plant, which you can eat. You ever eaten flax? Today, I'm gonna show you all kinds of stuff you can eat. Stuff that's all around you that you can definitely eat and will give you life. I'm also gonna talk to you about some stuff that'll kill you dead. So be careful out there. By that, I mean live dangerously. Because that's what Nature Nate is all about. Inspiring you all to live dangerously. Because our creator, the Father, he loves you so much. He loves you so much, he created trees and plants and rocks and sticks like this bamboo here. This is a staff I found while on that adventure that I've been on, when I've been transformed. While I was on there also, do you know what I got? A new hat that's made of natural materials like straw. This is made of some kind of grass. I'm not sure what kind of grass, but you know what's so cool about it? It's way cooler than the nylon hat I used to have. And the nylon hat may have looked cool, but that was Vanity talking. And we're not about vanity anymore. Check out our videos on Vanity. But you know what we learned? This hat keeps me so much cooler. And when I wet it, it's like mobile air conditioning. And it's hot out there, y'all. I also discovered bamboo. You know what bamboo is so spectacular? It's a grass that grows like a tree all at once. In like a month and a half, it grows 30, 40, 50, 60 feet tall. And you can eat it. And it's delicious. It tastes like asparagus. But you can also use it to build stuff with, which is why I got this machete. I got a sapphire sword and ruby encrusted sword because I started building. So I'm going to start taking you guys on these new episodes back onto this adventure that I've been on. I've been even diving into the depths of the ocean looking for treasures. And believe me, I've found a bunch. So much. So if you want treasures like the ones I found, linen, natural fibered garments like this, check out our Becoming a Linenite video. And or if you want gemstones, sapphires, rubies, if you want treasures like that, all you have to do is ask. Just ask and we'll send some out to you. You can email us in the description below and we'll send you bags of treasure chests.
What are we looking for? We're on the hunt.
Daylilies.
We're on the hunt. We're on the hunt for daylilies. Hey Naomi, tell me what you like about daylilies.
That you can suck the honey.
You can suck the what?
The honey out of the bottom.
The honey. It has honey in the bottom of it.
Yeah, but we never, Doobie and I never eat the tops.
But you
We
can.
don't like them.
But you can. Let's go.
These are daylilies. You pick it, take the stem off, right off.
What are you doing there? Are you sucking the nectar?
And then
What do they taste like?
honey.
The leaves? What do the leaves kind of taste like? Lettuce?
Yeah.
Good job, Nantucket.
Yucky.
No, it's not yucky. It's good.
I want to eat it now. I like it. So good.
Daylilies literally live for one day. So when you find them, eat a bunch, but not tons, because they can also help to detoxify your body. And one of the ways you do that is by pooping. And it's good to poop. Daylilies have this sweet little nectar pod in the bottom. That's what Nature Nay is sucking down right now. She loves that.
So good.
Nature Nay tends to eat that mostly. A lot of the children like to just eat the nectar, but you know what? The pollen, the stamen, and the flowers, they're all so good for
The
your
whole
body.
thing is edible.
And they grow every day and open up new ones, but only for a short season. Once they're done, folks. They don't come back for another year. But you know what's great? Eat them up while they're there.
All right, eat
Have
it,
a
Jew.
snack. Have a little
Show
pollen
me.
bite.
Oh, show me. Oh, yum. Oh. Get after it. Good job. Oh. Nantucket. Get some clover, Nan.
Baby, get some clover.
Careful, there's barbed wire.
So this is clover. We'll go under here. Come on, Sophie.
Can you eat it?
Yeah. Here's some more.
Oh, perfect.
There's more.
Oh, nice. All right, show me how you eat it. How do you eat it?
Yeah, I just peel these leaves off and pick the stem off.
Okay.
All the leaves.
Okay.
Pick another little tiny bit of the stem off
Okay.
and eat it.
And eat it. Delicious.
Yeah.
What are you eating, Nantucket? What are you eating, Nan? Oh, what do you got there? Show me a clover. Show me a clover. Can you get a white clover or a purple clover? You find one, Nan. You find one, Nan.
You can eat these too.
You can eat the white ones too?
Yeah.
So you can eat white and purple clover.
So
They're
these
both
ones
edible.
don't taste very good, but
What does it taste like? But you can still eat them though. It's still food.
Yeah.
Still food.
It tastes like grass.
Tastes kind of like
It's
grass.
salty. It's salty.
Salty grass? Oh.
A butterfly. show me butterfly. Mommy, butterfly.
You know what's fantastic? My children aren't even deceiving you. Here's a book on Southeast foraging. I recommend books. They're way better than Black Mirrors. Check this out. They make these for all different areas in the country. We travel around all the time in the RVs, so we have ones in different areas depending on where we might be at the different times. But you can see here, look, white clover.
Beautiful flowers out here, aren't there?
But you can gather these and eat them to your heart's delight. They also make a delicious tea. Fantastic. Well, look at that. Dinosaur tracks growing out of leaves. This, y'all, is sassafras. Sassafras. See? Check this out. The edible portions of it are the leaves and the roots. They can grow up to 125 feet tall. They have different shaped leaves, which is really fun. Like this one, which looks kind of like a turkey foot. I think dinosaur track because it's absolutely awesome. Basically dragon's feet. They also have different shaped leaves like this one. The leaves are edible and they're scrumptious. But you know what's the best part about sassafras? The roots. I love the roots. You ever have root beer like once in your life? This is where real root beer comes from before they poisoned you with the version of it that you all been drinking. Yes. There it is. Sassafras root. Now it's better to dig it up all the way with like a trowel, but I didn't bring my digging trowel. So instead, you can take this bark and you can steep it and create like a tea, or you can also create like a syrup by concentrating it and adding honey. Raw honey, never sugar, because sugar's poison. Sorry, it just is. Don't worry, this is not, and it will give you life and vitality, just like nature.
Do you love that sorrel, Nay? That wood sorrel?
Yeah.
So tasty, isn't it?
Let's break open the word of life, shall we? You know what happens? Sometimes there's famines in the land, and you can't go get food just because situations arise that may make it not so likely for you to be able to go to the store anymore. But don't worry, nature's full of food, just like the days of Elisha. Check this out. This is 2 Kings chapter 4. You ready? And Elisha returned to Gilgal, and the scarcity of food was in the land. And the sons of the prophets were sitting before him. And he said to his servant, "Put on the large pot, and cook stew for the sons of the prophets." And one went out to the field to gather plants, foraging, biblical foraging. And he found a wild vine. Sounds a little exciting. And gathered wild cucumbers from it, filling the skirt of his garment. Think about it. Man was wearing a skirt. Boom. Some people call them aprons, y'all. They're super functional. And he came and he sliced them into the pot of stew, but they did not know what they were. Now, this is where it's risky with foraging. If you're not really sure what it is, it's okay to leave it behind until you find out just what it is. Which is why I have a whole book on mushrooms. Edible mushrooms. Because these things can be super dangerous. You want to know what the mushroom is before you eat it. We're in the mountains of Wonderland! And guess what we're discovering? Mushrooms! Shocker! You know what mushrooms love? Water. Reference all the water behind me! The mushrooms, you know it, are so excited. They just want to live. And you know what mushrooms want to do? Eat everything. Mushrooms are amazing because they devour and consume all the stuff nobody else wants to eat, like wood. Have you ever wanted to eat a tree? Not the fruit, just the tree. But a mushroom does. And you know what this one is? A bicolor bolete. Isn't that fun? Come on, try it out. Bolete. This mushroom is most likely edible. I've never eaten it. But if we're gonna look real carefully and study other people who've experimented with mushrooms before we eat it, but Chelsea has a wonderful, exciting lesson to teach you because she is going to draw in this mushroom, and it's gonna be fantastic. But this mushroom's got tiny pores in it. Tiny little pores. See, I'm darn near hypothermic, so I can't hold anything steady, but tiny little holes instead of gills And that's some of the differences of mushrooms. Now, isn't it just a beautiful thing? I'm not gonna eat this in front of you yet, but later, after we decide and are for certain it's not gonna kill me deader than a snake after I cut its head off, then we'll eat it and it'll be scrumptious. But anyways, I'm Nature Nate. I hope you find a way to be adventurous and now find ways to eat nature because it's delicious and potentially deadly. So don't mess around with mushrooms, but otherwise it's wonderful. This fella maybe had wild cucumbers or maybe wild mushrooms. He didn't know, put it in the pot. Now here's what's gonna happen next. And they served it to the men to eat. And it came to be as they were eating the stew that they cried out and said, "Oh, man of Elohim, there's death in the pot." And they were unable to eat it. And then he said, "Bring me some flour." And he put it into the pot and said, "Serve it to the people to eat." And there was no longer any more death in the pot. You know what Elisha did to cure the poisons that were in the stew? Put in fresh milled flour. Check out Becoming a Linenite. Most of the breads we've ever eaten our whole life are poison. They take out the bran and the germ and all the stuff that gives you life, and they serve you flour that makes you sick. But don't worry, fresh milled flour literally takes toxins out of poisoned things. So if you run into a pickle, by that I mean a wild vine that with some scary little cucumbers on it, don't necessarily eat it. But if you do, make sure you mill some flour fresh and mix it in there. Just like Jubilee's doing with that beautiful food. Jewelweed. This is jewelweed. Jewelweed is like nature's medicine cabinet. You ever get bit by a bug? Like if you ever went outside and didn't put poison on your skin to drive the bugs away, you could get bit by bugs. And that's a great opportunity to experience the wonders of jewelweed. Jewelweed has the cure to your stinging bug bites. You ever get stung by a bee? Rub this on there. It's kind of like aloe vera, like the real kind. It's got this juicy, gunky, gel-like stuff that kind of comes out of it. You rub that on your bug bites, it takes that sting away. Stinging nettle, it'll take that sting right out. And you know what's better? Poison ivy, poison oak, poison sumac. You rub this on there and it takes it out. Because oftentimes, jewelweed is growing right alongside poison ivy. So there's the thing that's gonna hurt you with the cure right next to it. Because Yahuwah made his creation to help you and bless you.
Oh, right here.
Oh.
Look at all this.
Get the little leaves. The young leaves are the tastiest.
This is all
Right here?
plantain.
This is it, Mom? This is
It just looks like a common weed.
This is plantain.
Yep, plantain. Get the young leaves
want to
and they
eat
taste better. You can
It's
try-
finished.
Here, Juju, grab this one. Here. That one?
Yeah. Well, it tastes like plantain.
It's good, huh? Juby likes it. Juby loves plantain. Is it good, Juby?
Mom, check in.
Look at what we found here. Basically one of the most invasive but wonderfully beneficial, if you know what to do with it, plants on the earth. This is kudzu, the vine that ate the south. And it surely has, because it has roots which are bigger than sweet potatoes that go on for miles. But you know what's so great? It's edible. The leaves, all of it. Every part of this plant, the flowers are dainty and delicious. The leaves, you can fry them like potato chips, which is what we're gonna do, and you can eat them. And they really do taste like green beans. Not this fleshy, soft, seedy part, but like the outside of a green bean. They're marvelous. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna harvest a bunch of it because clearly I can't compete with the entire field it took over. It literally swallows entire forests, but only in sunny areas. But you know what's so amazing? If we all had animals again in our life, like sheep and goats, they would eat this and it would be great for them, which is why we need to become shepherds. It's biblical. Trust me, I read the scriptures. we're gonna teach y'all about kudzu. I'm gonna harvest a bunch so we can make some delicious kudzu chips.
This guy is one of my favorites. It is called Sourwood. And the bees, it will produce a flower that the bees just go crazy for. And so they actually have what's called Sourwood honey. And it's one of my most lightest and delicious favorite honeys I've ever tried. But the cool thing about Sourwood is you can eat the leaves and they're really, really sour. Try one, Juju. Is it sour? Oh, ooh, ooh. Makes you pucker, honey. Woo! They're nice and sour.
What's fun is you can rip them apart and throw them.
Well, you can. How you know it's Sourwood is it's a very sour taste. It's got these kind of sawtooth looking edges. They're very long, slender leaves, and even sometimes they can have like a hint of red on the leaves. See how you can see? Some of them kind of have a red hue to it. I don't know if you can see that, but see, you definitely notice those spikes on the back. Those hairy spikes on the back of the leaves. And even the young leaves, look at, even the young leaves even have some hairs on the outsides.
And they're also great in tea.
And the younger ones aren't as sour. The bigger mature leaves are super sour.
Great source of vitamin C.
Delicious.
You don't need those tangerines and oranges from the store that are soaked in nicotinoids. Do you know they soak your oranges in nicotine? Soak the roots of it so the whole tree absorbs all of the nicotine so that anything that bites it dies within a couple seconds of biting into it. Think about that. If you're buying conventional oranges, they're soaked in so much poison that anything that eats it dies. But don't worry, they can sell it to you like it's real food because it looks
really
pretty.
High in vitamin C. That's
Why
in
don't you?
nature.
What is it?
Pine needles.
Pine needles. White pine is even
Pine
better.
needle tea.
Pine needle tea.
Higher vitamin C than in oranges.
Way more so.
Crazy.
And it's scrumptious. Eat things that have real food in them. Like
Wait a minute.
they grow.
What? Great Mullen? Nature's toilet paper? Well, I'm not gonna go in there then. I'll just go in nature. You're gonna go potty, Juju?
Gonna use that for potty?
Yeah.
What are you doing, Nay?
Picking Jewelberries.
Are they so good, Nay? This is so fun.
Well, hello. We're back in nature because, doggone it, didn't you know it? Nature's everywhere. Even in your eye. Ouch. You don't want nature in your eye too much. But when it suddenly comes across your path and you look, and sweet goodness. There's mulberries in your midst. Always have a container ready. That's why we recommend raw nuts, delicious seeds, portable goods. But it's customary to eat a fruit tree when you're gonna forage. It's important that you pick as high as you can possibly pick, but not much lower than that. Then the next person who may not be your height still has a chance at sweet goodness. And then it's literally scalably generous to everybody. But these are perfectly given for each and every person. Look at that. She even finds a way. Tell the world about your wonders. Mulberries.